Okay, folks, we're up here in Holmes County, and we've been invited to go fishing. And anytime you get invited to go fishing, that's exciting. So I want you to introduce yourself. Tell the viewers who you are.
Stacy Hartzog up in Chipley. But what we're gonna do this morning, we're gonna go over to the upper part of Holmes Creek and do some old-timey brim shellcracker fishing and take the boys and let them enjoy themselves. If we catch some, we're gonna come back and clean them and fry them today like we used to. But I hope we have a great day. Weather looks like it's gonna cooperate. So I'll see y'all in a bit.
Okay, so you got a great spread here.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a beautiful area. And how long, your family's been in this area, how long?
It's a fifth generation.
Fifth generation up in this area. And we've been talking, first time we started talking about a family history of tracing our roots back to the Carolinas and all. So we're looking forward to it, and we're gonna have a great, boys, y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
I think they are.
Y'all know how to fish?
Yes, sir.
They'll probably show us once.
Okay, all right.
So what we're going to be using today, they're called dadgum poles, and there's a patent on them. And so basically what it is you let this out and there's a little spring in the bottom that gives it some suspension. So it, like a lot of times if you yank up too hard you can break a line or something, but having that suspension really helps with keeping fish on. So it's a really cool pole. I mean, I always talk about what I want when I grow up, like what would be ideal. And something like this where everything is close, really neat and in order and clean. He's got a house over here, really nice barn back here with a man cave in it. It's got a little pond right there. It's just everything is ideal. It's a really, really cool place. He's got a pool up there. It's just really nice.
What are your thoughts, Isaac?
Completely agree. Very nice place. Very, very nice place.
When you're baiting your cricket, take him right there behind his, right in his tail, and go right up through his gill. There's a little plate right there. When you come out, he'll stay on there a little better and it looks more realistic.
All right. Thank you.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a lot to do up there.
So how do you get to that part? Oh, Mason. Woo! That's beautiful.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Whoa! That's nice.
That's a real thing. That thing's is hand painted, ain't it?
Yeah, that's what like over Tulosia Creek.
Yep.
Holmes Creek, Tulosia Creek about the same size.
Come here.
Good job, Mason.
They don't get much prettier than
They don't. He sure is.
So you talked about his daddy taught him, and you've mentioned several things that your daddy taught you. What's the difference in your generation and Mason and Isaac's generation with regard to daddy's teaching?
Well, I would just say the fathers, need to spend time with their kids and enjoy the outdoors. And a lot of lessons learned out here outdoors.
Okay.
Amen. That's what they want to start teaching that class.
We had all three hooked up right there. Look at that, 3 people taking fish off.
I saw they couldn't wait to tell about
There's another one. We keep throwing back.
Just gonna throw him back.
Yeah.
Stole that cricket from me.
Look at that. Look at that. That's one of the hand things. Woo!
that's a pretty one.
I think you asked me about a tree earlier, and
Look at that.
it's Psalm 1, I believe. And it talks about how a person can be like a tree planted by the water, how it will bear fruit in season.
I think you're right.
Good release.
You know, every time we start talking about the Bible or daddies, we start catching fish.
Yep.
What's the color?
He's tired. All right.
Bream bring a lot of memories for you, don't they?
Yes, they do. I was telling Stacy we had as a kid, my granny would keep me sometimes, and that's what she did. She loved to go down to the creek and fish, and my brother and I would literally be knee high. And I remember her bringing in the croaker sack, put them in the croaker sack.
Where was
See
the
how
creek?
thin they are?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
That's a swiftwater brim.
Swiftwater.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. See the color.
See the color of them and see how thin, and they're fat, but they're long brim. Good one. We let them go back and grow up.
You caught the cricket? You caught him, Isaac? You learn all kind of things. One thing I want you to learn, talking about these crickets, life is too short to fish with a dead cricket. So always have a fresh cricket on here. They're wiggling around. Life is too short to fish with a dead cricket.
And how do you? What'd you catch there, Isaac?
It's like a shell cracker.
That's the best eating size right
That's right.
So what do you call that, Stacy?
there. That's a swiftwater brim there.
Is the color male or female, or does it matter?
Oh, that's it. Most of the time you can tell a male because he starts urinating like he did when he first came out. And he's starting to bed right there is what it is.
It's a good size.
Yep, that's the best eating size.
So y'all were
Anyway, what me and your daddy was just talking about, Mason and Ivan, is y'all at the age, boys, between that 16 and that 19-year-old, where your parents can set you up for success or they can set you up for failure. But learning how to work for what you're going to get is the way to be successful. And y'all doing, I've already listened to a lot of you, and it, being able to make those decisions and listen to wisdom of your parents and grandparents, we've been through some of it, can save you a lot of heartaches. But one thing, that age group between the 16 and 19-year-old is very critical because you're going to make decisions in your life that's going to be the future of your life. Right. When you get on up here like some of us is 50 or 60, the decisions they're not as critical as what they are at y'all's age, because that's when it's going to be life changing. So listen to your mom and dad and your grandparents and all. They've been successful, and
that's why I was telling them, the students I had as seniors, they were 17 and 18, I would tell them when you turn 19 is one of the most critical times of your life. Because you're sort of getting away from home, you're around a lot of peers who maybe were not raised the way y'all were. And I've seen so many good students sort of take a step down, but a lot of them recovered. But they just didn't quite have that foundation, and that's what you and I talked about, outdoors.
Right.
Well, and and you look at your kids. Yeah. What do your kids do now?
I got one that's a FWC officer and one that's a park ranger.
Both
of them love the outdoors, but they was raised in doing this right here. Mm-hmm. And this finding contentment in your life and not chasing the almighty dollar, that's what it's all about. Being content, spending time with your granddad, spending time with your dad, times you won't never get back.
That's right. Yeah, and these boys are seeing that. They're doing good stuff.
Good deal.
A lot of their friends, a lot of your friends don't do these kind of things, do they?
They're not.
Talk about parents you've seen setting their kids up for success and parents setting them up for failure.
Yes, exactly what we're doing right now. They're learning how to catch a fish, how to live off the land, and just the different things that's being successful. Learning, listening to them about the value of a dollar. Work for what you get.
Right.
That's setting you up for success, and not being give to, and that's just the way I can tell you was raised that way, and Walter.
And so Isaac lives in Brentwood, Tennessee, which is the wealthiest area in Tennessee and probably one of the wealthiest areas in the country. And so Isaac can probably talk about the kids that you know that have been set up for failure because they've been given so much.
See it all the time.
Oh yeah. Stay away from that.
And do you see kids that have been set up for success because
do.
they got to work to earn stuff?
I do. You know, wherever you go, there's going to be people like that that are set up for failure and success.
And being able to his age to being able to identify that,
That's right.
that's a trait
That's
already.
right.
That's a good
See it.
characteristic that you're able to, and my boys were able to acknowledge that at an early age, and that's what's going to make you successful.
Yeah.
Is go for that.
Because we talk about it a lot, like when we're out working on the farm and stuff.
Yeah.
All of our all the people that we know will be at the beach or at the lake or doing whatever, and we talk about it all the time, and like they might be having more fun in the moment, but in the long run, it's going to pay off for us.
And it's tempting for you guys to say, "Man, I wish I was there. Boy, that sure be more fun." And it's a battle, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we know it's going to pay off in the long run because
That's good.
working on the farm is probably I would say I know a lot just about and the biggest thing I think dealing with animals kind of taught me a lot about how to deal with people.
Right.
Just like, for example, if something's given birth or something, how you act around it can be how you act around a type of person. Just to kind of I don't know, if someone's like really quiet or shy or hurt, just to kind of how to act around them, or just, I don't really know.
Being able to read people is a huge
Yeah.
skill that
Very good.
is priceless. Yeah.
That's true.
So we're trying to teach them the value of hard work.
Yep.
And the internet and Snapchat and YouTube and all that want to tell you that ain't cool. What's cool
That
is
is not
cars
cool.
and clothes and shoes and
Well, that's what's wrong with our workforce right now too.
you probably saw that big time in the industry you ran.
So it's very big time.
I hadn't
We-
thought about in your area and your work. That would be a problem.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
very big.
What's the
problem.
biggest difference between your age group in your profession and the new group coming up?
Well, my biggest thing is the respect for the older guys that was teaching you, and they were teaching you because they knew you was going to be what was coming up behind it, and then for their safety, and just knowing that you respected them because they'd already been there, and that's the biggest thing that I'm seeing now. In fact, a buddy of mine who is a manager at the plant, they actually having classes on that generation gap,
No kidding.
how to understand that communications, because the communication's been lost with being able to talk. Just like you can tell these guys talk. They don't always doing this, texting all the time. That's a big plus. And when you get out in the industry, in the world, it's
We're going to be face to face
Yes,
talking
sir.
to people.
And in
We'll
your
have to
profession,
communicate.
you make the wrong move or
Yep.
forget about something and somebody can get killed.
It sure will.
And that can happen in life too. Driving down the road.
It sure will. That texting and Snapchatting. But me and Mason was talking about it earlier about the working on the farm. I always had as much fun doing the food plots and driving the tractors, and the kids, all of us was out there together building food plots, the whole family. And to me, that was just as fun as, and you were learning a skill too, driving the tractor and how things grow.
So you're going to teach them a skill of cleaning fish and a
Yes.
skill of cooking fish.
There
here in a
we
minute,
are.
aren't you?
We're gonna do that.
We had talking about tractor and all. We had a load. We were at the Cape the last couple of days. I had a load of dolomite brought in. I bring it all the way down from Mariana to Cape San Blas. I had a big old load, but we were taking our tractor down there, and Mason got on that big old pile. Mason got on tractor and leveled the whole driveway. No instructions. I mean, in fact, I was working a little bit. I ended up sitting down in a chair just watching him because I'm thinking his age, many boys at this age could do something like that and get it all that level. I know it's a little thing, but it's reflected a lot about what he can do. I just was very proud of that.
Yeah, well, you got a skill, but not only that, it teaches you pride in your skill to get that right.
Right.
And I know you want to do the best thing you could for your granddaddy. You're trying to, do the best thing. That teaches you to have pride in your work, and
Yeah, the only problem we have, we just don't have enough time together. We cherish every minute we have together.
oh yeah, I know y'all do.
Yeah.
I know you do. One of these straight ones, and the other I'll show you how to do it. Lay him on the side here. I used to put my finger right in over and just make a real quick motion like that. Just make sure you get your square. I'll come all the way up here. And what I do is I stay on one side. See the push down on it. You can tell once you get the scope how much pressure to put. This little flat.
What do you want to do?
Hold my head in this best fish pan ever made. Hospital pan.
So tell me about your fish fry setup here, Stacy.
All right, we just getting ready to fry what we caught this morning. Getting all the drain pans ready.
Feel, sound, or weight?
Okay.
Folks, you always hang around the cooker. You know that at a fish fry. You always hang around the cooker because you get extra stuff. This gave me these hush puppies. I've never had, you know, I've eaten hush puppies my whole life. These are unique. Can you show the people the mix? Tell them the story behind it. This is amazing.
This is a recipe from Louisiana, from going out there to Leeville many years, but it's got Rotel's tomatoes in it. It's got stuff called Cajun Power and a little bit of sriracha in it. And it's a unique taste, but
Oh, delicious.
How many years you been cooking that?
20, 22 years probably.
What do you taste the most in it, Winston?
That Rotel taste, the Cajun, you tell the Cajun taste.
Got that little Cajun bump with that Cajun Power.
Cajun, man.
It's got a
Is there
little
a,
bit of
is there a
sriracha.
patented recipe on it?
Nah.
You just feel it?
Just feel it.
We both made the same comment. You could make a meal off the hush puppies. Folks, we have been treated, okay, and I do mean that word seriously, treated to a wonderful time up here at the Hartzog farm. And I want to just thank you so much for
Yes, sir. Thank you.
and the world would be a better place if they just had more fish fries. Ah, boys, what about it? What do y'all think?
Well, we came, caught some fish. He had gone out and caught fish yesterday, so we had catfish and some more brim. But fished for a little bit, and then talked. Went and looked at some sheep on his other property, and came back, cooked. His wife came, and we all ate. It was just amazing. That was such good food. But I mean, it's just beautiful out here, and we had such a good time.
Couldn't agree more. Wonderful place, wonderful food, wonderful people. everything was amazing.
I'm glad y'all came and we enjoyed it, and that's what it's all about, sharing God's beauty.
Folks, we're gonna wrap it up, and Stacy hit the nail on the head. That's what it's all about. What we just did this morning, the fellowship, celebrate friendship, celebrate the outdoors, and just thank God for everything that we do have. So we appreciate watching Panhandle Outdoors.